everybody. Gonna be out here working on the Buick Straight 8 tonight. I need to get this thing kind of moving along because I'd like to set it in a chassis here in the next month or so. I need to do some things to it. I want to clean it up. I want to probably pull it apart somewhat, just check everything on the inside before I try to run it. You know, I'm sure some things that's been sitting for a few years, and so it's going to need a little bit of TLC. So this engine, just a little background on it, I got from Arco at Outlaw Edge on YouTube. Make sure you are following Arco. If you're not, I think you are the only person in the world who isn't, but just in case you haven't heard of him and haven't had a chance to see his content, it's amazing. And check out Arco at Outlaw Edge. Anyways, now that I got the important part out, I picked this up from Arco last year. And I also picked up a 1933 Packard frame. And I'm going to be using that as the foundation for the Roadster I'm building. This is a 1936 Buick Straight 8, like I mentioned. Now, right now the way it's set up is mostly stock. Actually, I think it's completely stock. It was a running motor. Arco was working on a project with someone and they pulled this out of an old street rod to put a better performing motor in it. And so this ended up in my hands and I'm really grateful for it. This Roadster is going to be kind of a tribute to a Roadster my dad built back in the 40s. And Arco's helping me with that. We're kind of collaborating on the ideas and I appreciate that very much. So anyways, tonight what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull these chains off it from when I had it on the cherry picker, and I'm going to start scanning this engine so I can get a 3D model of it in the computer. I'm also scanning the frame. I've already scanned that quite a bit, trying to refine some of those scans a little bit, but what I want to be able to do is take this motor in the computer, set it in the frame so I can decide where it would be best positioned. I've got the body already designed. I can set the body on the frame, see how I'm going to mount it and those kind of things. I had it set up on a different frame that I had planned on using, but this one came up and it's such a solid and nice frame, and it's very much, it looks like this is identical one that was on my dad's car that he built. I would say the one that he built was a rat rod, and this is probably going to be somewhat like that. You'll be seeing more pictures and more about that in the coming months. So anyways, tonight I want to get these chains off it and then go through the scanning process and see how we can do with that, okay? So let me get these chains gone. For quite a while I've been using, when we get to the scanning part, I'll tell you more about it, but I have been using a package called Abound. It used to be called MetScan, and it was pretty good. I mean, I did like it, but I've run across another one here recently. Man, these bolts, these nuts, I have to clean them up. I ran across another product recently called Curie. It's called Curie Engine, and it's a mesh generator. Uses either LiDAR scanning or photogrammetry to take the image that you want to get into your CAD system, generates a 3D model based on those scans. Now both methods of capturing that data are done right now using my iPhone, and it'll use both either photographs or it will also use these LiDAR scans. And tonight we're going to use the LiDAR scanning. It's a little faster, it's a little bit less data to have to manage, and so we're gonna give that a shot. All right, I'm going to switch over to the LiDAR scanning software, the Curie. It's called Curie Engine, as I mentioned, and I will do a recording of the scan as I'm doing it. Hopefully it'll come through good when I produce the video. Be right back. Okay, let's take a look at that motor. As you can see, we did the scans, and that did a pretty nice job. I mean, you get the colors, you get everything. I can use this to measure the length of the engine. I can measure some other key characteristics, and that will allow me to make sure I have it sized right. You always want to double check the scaling, which I will do. But here you can see where the spark plugs are. I am going to have to get a new rotor cap for the distributor cap, and I mentioned that I have another manifold that's already set up for 2 carburetors. I'm going to modify it so we can have all 3 carburetors on there to emulate what my dad had on his. So we see the engine here. You can see it's pretty good detail. Get down in here, okay? See the intake, you see the exhaust, all these components. I have to get down in here, of course, and clean everything up. I'm not sure if I'm going to paint this the blue that I believe they came with when they came out of the factory, but they could have changed from year to year, so I've only seen a few models. But yeah, this is pretty good. This is what we're going to be working on here coming up. Super Clean is asking me to do a video, so I'm going to use these engine components. Probably going to do a couple different things. I'll use the standard degreaser for some of these, like there's a lot of grease on this bell housing and other areas underneath the valve cover. There's, you know, things are greasy and oily in there. I'll probably use it there. But I also want to use some Super Clean to put it in my ultrasonic cleaner so that we can get some of the parts like that cleaned. And I just might be taking a lot of the rockers and push rods and things like that out to get them really clean. You can put these components in like a clear baggie. Mark the baggie so you know what's in it, or put it on a little piece of paper or a piece of tape or something inside the baggie, and it will still clean those components like new. So I can keep track of, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so on and so forth, so they go back in the same place. The carburetor, the other 2 carburetors that I have, I'll probably do in there. Yeah, things like that. So you'll be seeing that in the near future coming up. This valve cover most likely will get sandblasted in my cabinet. We'll take a look at that and see how that goes. I also have a couple experiments I want to do with some rust removal products, homemade, that I'm kind of excited to try out. So anyways, that's what a 3D scan looks like, which I think is just really great that now you can bring this type of technology into your own little shop and do some really, really good design work. You're going to see some more design work that I'm doing on another project with Arco coming up here in the next couple of days. But for now, this is it. Wanted you to see how I scan different product to get it into a 3D CAD system. Next time you see this engine, it'll be in CAD. So, hey everybody, thanks for watching.